Hello. Imagine if I said to you that in a few decades we will all be healthier and happier. Poverty will be gone. Crime will fade and dwindle. War will stop happening. It does sound strange, however, there are current trends that are leading us to a massively better world. There are big changes happening to the way that we work together and function in groups. Whenever large numbers of humans live or work together, we have always used hierarchy to manage those groups. That means top-down control of the many by the few. It has worked reasonably well. Now in our increasingly computerized world, hierarchy is becoming problematic. It is no longer the best or only way to manage our affairs. A new and improved future is coming, a future that probably cannot be stopped. A completely different world than the one that we are used to. Our relatively new computerized world has had a massive accelerating impact on the production and flow of information and communication. Much of what happens on this earth is strongly connected to the amount of available and circulating information. First, our capacity to produce information. Second, our capacity to find and obtain information. Third, the accuracy of that information. When the level of those three things rises, our entire world starts changing. A dramatic increase in information flow has happened before. About 500 years ago, it was caused by the arrival of decent printing presses. Faster and more economical printing led us into a different type of world, a world where change happened faster, with much higher literacy rates, a world with electrified and mechanized manufacturing, transportation, and communication, a world with newspapers, telephones, radios, and television. Let me just say it again. 5 centuries ago, faster and cheaper printing caused a big increase in information flow. That boosted the rate of scientific discoveries, which led to technological innovation, which then sparked the Industrial Revolution and gave us electronic communication. Our world changed massively. Very few people from the 16th century could have guessed the true impact of that information acceleration. Started by printing presses, yet it eventually changed almost everything about how we live our lives and order our world. Now in our relatively new computer interconnected world, information is moving around at speeds exponentially faster than it was just a few decades ago. Once again, the production and exchange of information has been accelerated. The second big acceleration of information is much greater than the last one. Its impact has only just begun. Lessons from history tell us we should expect our entire world to change significantly. As a result of digital technology, hierarchical organization is facing challenges. Sensitive information is more difficult to keep hidden than ever before. Control of information is less possible, yet the stability of hierarchy and our world often depends on controlling information. Another challenge that just keeps growing. Many of today's jobs are so complicated that few managers can follow it all. Here the information is not hidden. Instead it becomes trapped in details and educational requirements. If you don't really know exactly what your employees are doing, top-down control becomes difficult. So much of what keeps organizations stable and powerful depends on the control of information. As that becomes more and more difficult, challenges to hierarchy will increase. We can expect all kinds of power struggles to become more prolific and intense. A technology-armed, hierarchically organized world cannot avoid endless conflict. Various and numerous interests will use drastic technology to attempting to carve out security for themselves, while the majority of us flounder in their turbulence. There is no such thing as hierarchy without power struggles. Power struggles are endlessly problematic. They can be dangerous and horrible. The way forward is most certainly a fully inclusive and wild democracy on a decentralized digital open source platform. Communication is changing in ways that support increased democratic action. We all carry our communicators with us. We are perpetually in touch over any distance. As normal as that may seem to us now, it is relatively new to this world. Its impact has only just begun. Texting and social media, online news sites, multi-user games, all give us lots of chances to connect, person to person, or in larger groups. These things happen all the time, and they never used to. Increased random casual chit-chat makes information more difficult to control. Our natural desire to be free, our ingenuity and our creativity will use digital technology to build better ways for us to manage our world. Our tendency to push for as much freedom as possible is nothing new. We have always been that way. We have an innate, natural, primal desire to live fully and freely. That primal urge for freedom often pushes back against controlling forces. Whenever it sees a chance to do so, you better believe it sees and likes the possibilities suggested by digital interconnection. Better political and management systems are on their way, enabled by digital technology, because it is possible, because it is happening regardless if anyone wants it to, or if any specific thing that we do helps it along, or gets in its way. This is a growth stage of civilization, enabled and forced by our technological sophistication. Our natural, innate, democratic energies and tendencies have had limited room for expression until lately. Once interconnected information technology fell into our hands, those democratic tendencies began to express themselves through it. Those democratic expressions are only going to become more insistent as the possibilities become more obvious and available. We are being urged by circumstances to find better ways to organize and manage our groups. Open digital democracy is coming. It will allow us all to function comfortably and effectively as equals. Our historical system of organization is becoming difficult and unstable. It is losing power and grip in the face of our unfolding digitally enmeshed reality. We are communicating on a level never before possible. Information is increasing and moving around at light speeds. That will impact everything. We, us, our civilizations on this earth, all us people, have collectively lived and died through thousands of years of struggle to get to this current jump point into a better way of being. There are many more details about these ideas in my book called Tomorrow. That book is available at ernstritzmann.ca. Thank you so much for watching. Please have a wonderful day.